Greetings, Korbanth fans. Korbanth here. I'm going to show off how to work with the empty and the installed Ezra from the Ahsoka show, or the saber we call the Found Spectre. So thank you for your extreme patience and how long it took these to get made. We had a lot of things go wrong, things that had to be fixed 2 to 3 times. So things are now perfect, and the wait was worth it. Let me show you how these work. So if you get an empty, the first thing you'll notice is that you can take this part off. This is the emitter. This part can come off. You have your blade retention screw up here. This is your, I guess you could call it your blade plug, really. It has shine through, but you can take it off if you want. Here's your metal crystal master chassis. The way you can pull this out is these side wings, these pale gold side wings do come off. They're just held on with magnets. Once you pull it off, there are some set screws right there. Loosen these screws, and then you could pull off the pommel, and this little piece will come out. This is for your static display that there's your crystal piece. If you buy a chassis, you can unloosen the screws here that pull this off, and it goes on the chassis. This is just basically a chassis, or the metal chassis holder. So it's just a filler. So this goes in, I believe it only goes in one way. I think I have the screws down in there, so I don't even know why we have these screws. It's not really in there, but when this goes up in and plugs in looking like this, you can actually remove these screws. You don't really need them on there. In fact, I would recommend taking them off, but this goes back on magnetically, and then you can put this piece back on. But it's these screws that are up that are keeping it from laying down flat. So now that you know that you can take those off, you can remove those 4 screws. You can put the pommel piece back on. You can put the emitter back on. That's the empty. So let's move on now to the installed version. When you first get the installed version, obviously the blade will not be attached, but let me show you how this works. The Ezra came out really, really nice. Again, I've already showed you how to get in here, but let me just show you how this works. So if you undo the pommel cap, you have the chassis that just slides in. You can pull it all the way out. There is the chassis. There's the on-off switch. Make sure when you first get this, that the plus side of the battery, which is the nub, goes forward. It touches the nub that's up here. If you put the battery in backwards, it could short it out, and that would be very bad. Also, we send these out on about a 3% charge. It's just for safety reasons, so it's important to charge the battery when you first get it. The way this chassis goes in is there's a button right here. So let's turn it off and turn it back on.
I knew I could count on you.
That's Ezra from the new show.
I knew I could count on you. I knew I could count on you.
There's actually 3 or 4 different fonts on there, but it kept doing this one randomly over. So the button has to align under this button. So you just push it in. It'll line on the groove, so you can't put it in wrong. You push it in all the way. Then you can go ahead and put the pommel cap on and turn it on. It is a 1-button saber, so you just have 1 button to turn it on. So the way this works is you turn it on, you can twist off, or you can hold down on the button to turn it off. I'm holding it down, and it turns off. Now, to change fonts, you have to hold it for like 1.5 seconds. So, watch.
If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will.
Anakin. It's just Ben these days.
Where is he?
So,
Enter volume menu.
to get in the volume menu, you press and hold down the button and slap the side of it.
Exit volume menu.
So that's how you do that. And that's pretty much how it works. These are your blade retention screw hole up here to lock in the blade. You can also, let's see if I can do this correctly.
Enter volume menu. Exit volume menu.
See, so you can, while the saber is turned on, you can take this out to see the crystal lit up.
Master Windu!
That's purple.
I can bring you in warm.
Mando.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
But you are not a Jedi yet.
Beautiful. I think this came out really nice. There you go. Hope you enjoy the video and enjoy working with the saber. Take care.